Black pepper, often called the king of spices, carries a long and fascinating history that stretches far beyond the kitchen. In mythology, folklore, and medieval life, it was far more than seasoning. It symbolized wealth, power, protection, and even healing. Black pepper in mythology and folklore. Although black pepper does not dominate mythological texts in the same way as some sacred herbs, it still appears in symbolic and cultural narratives across ancient civilizations. Symbol of protection and vitality. In various traditional belief systems, black peppers were thought to ward off evil spirits and negative energies. Its sharp, pungent nature led people to associate it with purification rituals, spiritual protection, strength, and vitality. In some folk traditions, peppercorns were burned or carried as charms to repel harmful forces or illness. The spice's fiery taste made it a natural metaphor for inner strength and resilience. Trade, mystery, and exoticism. Because black pepper originated in South India and traveled long distances via ancient trade routes, it was often surrounded by mystery in early European and Middle Eastern folklore. Stories exaggerated its origins, sometimes claiming it grew in lands guarded by dragons. It had to be harvested under dangerous conditions. These tales enhanced its allure and reinforced its value as something rare and almost magical. During the medieval period, black pepper became one of the most prized commodities in the world, shaping economies, medicine, and cuisine. Black pepper was incredibly expensive in medieval Europe due to long and risky trade routes. It was often used as currency or tribute, stored as a form of wealth, given as gifts among nobility. In fact, the term peppercorn rent comes from this era, referring to a token of payment, originally something genuinely valuable. Medieval medicine, heavily influenced by ancient Greek and Roman theories of the four humors, considered black pepper a hot and dry substance. It was widely used to treat various ailments, such as digestive problems, colds and respiratory issues, poor circulation. Pepper is often combined with other ingredients in herbal remedies to balance the body. Its warming properties made it especially valuable in colder climates. In medieval kitchens, black pepper was indispensable. It was used to flavor meats and stews, mask the taste of preserved or aging food, enhance sauces and broths. Contrary to popular belief, it wasn't just used to hide spoiled food, it was a deliberate and prized flavoring choice. Black pepper also played a role in food preservation due to its mild antimicrobial properties. While not as effective as salt, it contributed to extending the usability of certain foods. By the late medieval period, the demand for black peppers was so high that it helped drive the exploration of new trade routes. European powers sought direct access to spice-producing regions, ultimately leading to major maritime explorations, the expansion of global trade networks, profound cultural and economic exchanges. From mystical protection in folklore to a cornerstone of medieval trade and medicine, black peppers have held a unique place in human history. Its journey from a tropical vine to a symbol of wealth and healing shows how even the simplest ingredients can carry deep cultural and historical significance. Black pepper may seem like an everyday kitchen staple, but its story is packed with surprising twists, global influence, and quirky details that many people don't know. Here are some fascinating facts that reveal just how extraordinary this tiny spice really is. It was once worth its weight in gold. In ancient and medieval times, black pepper was so valuable that it was often used as a form of currency. Merchants and traders referred to it as black gold, and it could be traded for goods, land, and even used to pay taxes or dowries. In some cases, wealthy households stored peppercorns as a sign of prosperity, almost like a savings account. Pepper played a role in world exploration. The global demand for black peppers was one of the major driving forces behind the age of exploration. European nations were eager to bypass long and expensive land trade routes to Asia. This desire directly contributed to voyages like those of Vasco da Gama, who successfully reached India by sea, opening the door to direct spice trade. Black pepper contains an active compound called piperine, which is responsible for its sharp, pungent flavor. But that's not all. Piperine can enhance the absorption of nutrients in the body, especially certain vitamins and minerals. It has been studied for its potential anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. This makes black pepper more than just a flavor enhancer, it can also boost the effectiveness of other foods. In some traditional practices, black pepper was used in unusual tests. For example, a person suspected of lying might be asked to chew pepper. If their mouth stayed dry, it was believed they were lying, due to nervousness reducing saliva. If they salivated normally, they were considered truthful. While not scientifically reliable, it shows how peppers found their way into cultural rituals. Black pepper has long been used as a simple, natural way to deter insects. Its strong smell and spicy compounds can repel ants and small pests, be used in homemade pest control mixtures. This makes it a handy household item beyond the kitchen. Not all. Pepper is the same. Black pepper comes from the berries of the Piper nigrum plant, but different types of pepper, black, white, green, all come from the same plant. They're just processed differently. Black pepper, dried unripe berries. White pepper, ripe berries with the outer skin removed. Green pepper, unripe berries preserved to retain their color. This little fact often surprises people who assume they come from different plants. It even traveled to space. Black pepper has been included in astronaut food aboard space missions. Its strong flavor helps compensate for the reduced sense of taste that astronauts often experience in microgravity. A spice that quietly shaped everyday life. From influencing global trade routes to enhancing modern nutrition, black peppers have had an outsized impact on history and daily life. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking ingredients can carry extraordinary stories. Next time you sprinkle black pepper onto your meal, you're not just adding flavor. You're participating in a tradition that spans thousands of years, crosses continents, and connects science, history, and culture in one tiny grain. That's a wrap. See you soon in the next one. Take it easy. Michael Luxey.